You are listening to ASCP Esty Talk, where we share insider tips, industry resources, and education for estheticians at every stage of the journey. Let's talk, because ASCP knows it's all about you.
Hello and welcome to ASCP Esty Talk. I am Ella Cressman, a licensed esthetician, certified organic skincare formulator, and content contributor for Associated Skincare Professionals.
I am Maggie Staszcuk, licensed esthetician and ASCP's cosmetology education manager.
And welcome back, Tracy.
Hi, guys. If you don't know me, my name is Tracy Donnelly, and I'm the executive director of ASCP. And this is a great opportunity for me to say, you know, we're all out there now on the road. I'm out there all the time at all the trade shows, speaking and doing classes. So if you are at any of the shows out there that serve our industry, the professional esthetician, licensed esthetician, please track me down. Come say hi. Come to my class. Or even tell me what you hate. I'll take that too. I need friends.
Don't we have a big party coming up?
Oh, we have a big party coming up. This is the biggest one. And if you like to meet super cool people, no, I'm not just talking about the three of us. I see the look you guys are giving. No, we will be having our Esty of the Year will be announced. They will be influencers, ASCP influencers. So that's the big Mac daddies, you know, all those Instagram heavy duty people. And best of all, Reader's Choice Awards. So it'll be music, fun, and free drinks at a big club in Las Vegas. So that's, I believe it's the June 25th, 26th, right around there. So look up, go to IECSC Las Vegas and watch for stuff coming out from ASCP because we are promoting it like a crazy.
But maybe not all things that happen in Vegas should stay. So you'll be able to bring home a ton of education, right?
Oh,
yeah.
I see how you did that.
Yeah.
That's cute. Very cute, Ella. Cute. Okay.
So you guys, I have something really exciting to talk about today, and I need some help. Can you guys help me?
I'm here.
Okay, so some things have been happening lately, about maybe the last about year. As you know, when we're doing consultations, I'm very thorough. And so one of the things that I do is I have them bring all the products that they have, anything that touches your face. So that's makeup, that's brushes, that's all the skincare they've been using, and we go through it. So something that I pride myself on is I take an ingredient standpoint to use this as an opportunity to explain what might be working for them, what might be working against them, and opportunities for getting them to the goals they need to go to. But what I've noticed lately is a certain brand has been a part of these routines. And this brand specifically.
So they're bringing it in.
They're bringing it in.
Okay.
And usually this is how it usually happens. Like, that's cute. You read all this over the counter stuff or this mass beauty stuff. Okay, cool. So this is going to be super easy. I usually turn over the ingredient deck. I should point out why this isn't supreme or why this might be inferior or why this might be okay. So there's one product that comes in continually. It's very simple, not a lot of ingredients, but in looking at the Inky deck, I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty good. So I decide that's not too bad, and let's move on to things that are. Are
you going to tell us what product that is?
No.
Oh, killing me.
So fast forward to I need mascara. And one of my favorite things in the world is going into a big box beauty store because I feel like it's the most magical place.
It's so counterintuitive for you to say that, but I love it.
Oh, I love it. But anyways, big box beauty stores to me have been mesmerizing, tantalizing, hypnotizing, wonderful, full of makeup and all things pretty. And though they have had many different types of products in them, I have never really known them or considered them to be specializing in hair care or skincare.
True.
But what I noticed this last time when I went in for my mascara, that there is more skincare than ever before. And there's a section devoted to ingredient-based skincare.
What?
And I took notice of this product that I had kept seeing coming into the shop, and it was right there, and I went to check it out. And this product was, when I say reasonably priced, I'm like, should be unreasonable.
It should be unreasonable.
And they are
unreasonably priced.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, this doesn't make any sense to me. And I see that their packaging is doing a lot of the right things. I see simplicity, but cohesiveness. And so I bought a product to try it out.
Oh boy.
Because it was unreasonably affordable.
Oh, okay.
Or it was very reasonably priced.
You're like, it was lunch money.
But I have to say that in my opinion, with the rise in consumer awareness, right? We've all seen the commercials where we're talking about different brands using ingredient-based things like hyaluronic acid or now niacinamide, or, the different ingredient focuses that have come out, that consumer awareness of skin health, that makes sense that skin care section has grown at these big box beauty places. So what does that mean for us? What do you think?
Well, I think that the lines are blurred between professional and over-the-counter products. And I think our consumers or our clients coming through the door are way more educated than they used to be.
That scares me, you guys, just to think. It scares me for you guys a little bit, what is the plan then? How do you address it? What do you say when you see that product?
Well, I think fear is a natural initial emotion. And I think I kind of felt that too. I felt threatened.
Yeah, threatened is perfect. Yeah.
I had a WTH moment. What the heck? What the heck is this? I felt like, what is this? What is going on?
Wait. I'm turned upside down, like that kind of feeling.
Yeah, like this goes against everything I've been preaching for the last 10, 15 years, like the superiority, the class system, if you will, of products, like the efficacy of products and the thing. So let's talk about products and what we have. We have basically 3 different categories, if you will. We have mass beauty, prestige beauty, and professional beauty. So in mass beauty, we have brands like L'Oreal, Aveeno, Say Yes To, Maybelline, The Ordinary. These are over-the-counter OTC brands. And then in prestige beauty, we have products that you traditionally saw in like a Neiman Marcus or a Nordstrom's. And these would be MAC, Yves Saint Laurent, Lancome, Tarte, Too Faced. And then even now, e-commerce, Kylie Beauty.
That's got to be a new, that's a new subset.
Shiseido's one. And another one that I feel is part of, I feel like I grew up with because I watched my mom apply was Clinique. I remember going with her to the counter and sliding. There was like 4 little sliders and, that's how we found the dramatically different lotion. And
that is like so nostalgic for me. Can I just say, literally that was the first time in my life that I did a system, right? Because otherwise it was like, I got some Bounty Bell, this, and a little bit of Clearasil, that.
Stridex.
It was like, Stridex or Noxzema, whatever. That stuff was like multi-use.
I think that the companies who started this idea of you have to have a system is going to be Avon and Mary Kay.
Oh, yes. Let's not forget them. Let us not forget those. The where would that classify? Over the counter, but
e-commerce.
Mass beauty?
I don't
before
know.
E-commerce.
Triangle beauty, like a pyramid.
Yeah, I think it's a pyramid beauty because I don't think you could buy it ever unless your neighbor came over and sold it to you, right?
Yeah, well, these all made sense, right? There was definitely previously a delineation. We have these over the counter, and whether their business model was to have an upline or a downline or some slidey things at the mall counters or, gift with purchases.
Oh, I love those.
I do too. I'm a sucker. In fact, I asked that when I bought my mascara. I'm like, how do I get that bag?
Well, you have to buy this tube of lipstick.
It was Clinique.
I think it's important to note, too, that L'Oreal, we mentioned being part of mass beauty, but they also own professional beauty lines.
So many. They're behind
they're not
all
the
of
only
it.
ones,
No.
like Johnson & Johnson, for instance.
Unilever.
Yeah, Unilever, totally.
Yeah.
Unilever, in fact, owns
Dermalogica.
a majority portion of a well-known professional brand.
Elizabeth Arden, I believe, does too.
So that could be why previously there was a delineation, a line in the sand between over-the-counter and professional beauty, like those recommended and sold by professionals. And now that ideology that we had before, professional, and we're going to teach you about ingredients and how they work with the skin, is now being transferred to what we see in the magazines, if you're still reading magazines.
Okay, I am. I love them.
Same.
I love them. I save them like a hoarder.
Or on commercials that I skim past
Yeah.
when I'm fast forwarding
You just
through.
see the one word, retinol.
retinol, niacinamide, like I said, or there's all kinds of different, it seems that they're all ingredient focused, and that
They are.
I saw that coming. And then when I went to Big Box Beauty Store, AKA Magic Land, end of the rainbow, that I saw this whole section dedicated to that. And I'm like, oh no.
You know what's really weird too, that just dawned on me, is like, I think all the products are so focused on ingredients, like what you're saying. Because remember back when like Estee Lauder or what have you, they wouldn't call something like, oh, this is your new hyaluronic, blah, 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 or what have you. They'd be like, oh, this is your sweet love mist or your night cream. Or they just had those kind of names for it.
They use words like luxury and then indulgent instead of function.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we are now, is we're into functional skincare, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's interesting perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so, because it's about restoring. And we see that with these over-the-counter brands.
I think it's also about putting the power, it's empowering the end user, right? I think that's why they're doing it. I mean, they must have studies out there. And I mean, I know I feel like that. It's that you want to feel empowered to make the choices. You want to feel empowered to know and understand, even if it's a recommendation, that yes, this is right for me. Whereas before, it would just be like, put the yellow lotion on your face from Clinique.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Put the lotion in the basket.
It doesn't ask questions.
But I mean, there was only one Clinique lotion. There was just the yellow one.
And it was dramatically different.
It was dramatically different.
Or there's the $400 one from, was it Shiseido that had one? Or?
Well, it wasn't ever that fancy. Hey guys, stop. Let's take a quick break.
Elibana, Australian-born, globally loved. Elibana's story is simple. They love lashes and brows. They shoot for the stars and lift lashes to new heights. Their addiction is real, their passion is popping, and there is nothing more they crave than offering excellence, service, and innovation in products. Elibana Lash Lift allows you to offer your customers luscious, lifted lashes that can last up to 12 weeks in one safe, 20-minute treatment. Learn more at elibana-usa.com.
Let's get back to the conversation.
So it makes sense that would be something that happens. And then now that we have partnering with these big box beauty stores with Ulta and Target, for example, or Sephora that is now at Kohl's and even JCPenney's, that what's happening now is that we have even more access and easier access as consumers to these things that seemed far away. Like prestige beauty, you had to go to a department store. And now you can pick up some carrots, get some socks, pick up a MAC lipstick, and be out the door, right?
Do you think that social media has anything to do with this too? Because we talked about like Kylie Beauty, for instance, a huge influencer, and she is sold online, and isn't she at like Sephora too? So you can go to Kohl's, get your Kylie Jenner product, flash your selfie, and let everybody know that you're as cool as Kylie. In one fell swoop. Yeah.
I think one thing that some of the brands are kind of doing though out there is that they're limiting some of the access, like that instant access at Sephora, for instance. Like you have to get it online if it's a brand new lip kit for Kylie, right? You can't get it if you want to be number one.
Limited
editions. And
limited release, I
think.
Right.
Yeah. But if you want like standards, you can be standard and just go get a lip kit.
Okay, so I have Kylie eyeshadow.
Oh, I didn't even know
for that reason that you're talking about. I want to pretend like I'm not influenced by these things, but I am.
I don't even know if I've seen you wear eyeshadow. Oh, you do have it on.
Yeah. Every day.
Duh.
But I have this Kylie eyeshadow, and I also have Too Faced, and I also have like all of the main brands and the limited releases that they come out that is only this one, and MAC is this one, and I'm a sucker for that. But one time somebody stayed at my house, and I couldn't find my Kylie eyeshadow. Like this certain palette. Did you think they typed it? Did they steal it? I did.
Stop it.
I did. I swear to God, I did. And I was so disappointed.
Oh my God.
So I went and bought a new one. And then about a month later, I found it. And so now
I'm disappointed in you.
I can see that. I can see that.
No more slumber parties, Ella.
Yeah.
So
And actually, I'll just let her check my bag on entrance and exit.
Now it's locked up in my bathroom, which is not
my
accessible to the
God.
public. I bought that and some Dusty Rose lipstick.
Because no one can ever have enough tubes of Dusty Rose.
$19.99.
I mean, I'm all
2,000
about-
tubes.
I can't believe that you're not talking about Silver City Pink. I mean, I wore that for 3 years. Revlon, Silver City Pink, extra frosty.
Oh, wow.
No, those days are over.
Was that like with Pamela Anderson eyebrows days?
Yeah, you mean those like non-existent eyebrows?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think that. It was still Brooke Shieldsy.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
a little older than you. Okay. It isn't really fair.
But back
it's
to
okay.
this, back to understanding.
Okay.
Makeup, right? Makeup,
Yes.
no problem. I'll do that. I'll admit all the things. And if I'm sending my clients, because they ask me, what brands are good, and I do. I go to the stores and things I thought were good. I'll check them again and make sure. I don't know. I can pull out my Skin Pro and look up the ingredients, but oftentimes,
Yes, pull out that ASCP Skin Pro
but that's how I find
right in the store.
that's how I find brands to refer my clients to, because I don't carry makeup. It doesn't make sense for me to hold inventory personally. I tried it.
Mhm.
I tried it, but it just didn't make sense. So I refer there. But now am I teaching them about ingredients, referring them to these stores, and then they're going to see these brands, and what happens to me? I'm scared.
They're gonna, ooh, what's that sparkly brand over there? Ooh, and it's such a good deal.
I'm going to get this lip gloss, she said. I'm going to get this Dusty Rose lip gloss, she said. I'm going to get this foundation
So
that
maybe
she
you
said.
should start
And she said something about this ingredient. Should I pick this up?
I know.
But are all of these brands so bad? What are they doing right? The thing that they're doing right is that some of them are keeping it simple. Some of them are being honest. And some of them
I think
are,
there's a brand called Honest.
yeah, Whole Foods.
Yeah, Jessica Elba's.
And some of them are well intended.
I think a lot of the brands that we mentioned earlier are very specifically makeup, and some of them maybe do makeup and they do skincare, and some are just skincare. I think that when we're talking about makeup, it is all over-the-counter mass beauty, or it is prestige beauty. When it comes to professional beauty, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know that for the esthetician necessarily, unless they are a big spa, it doesn't make sense to carry that retail. And maybe you are just referring your client to the big box beauty store to get the makeup they need.
I know, but what Ella said though, that's real. I mean, every time I go to Target for like roll of toilet paper, I can walk out $400 later. So, I mean, that's real. It's like, I'm going to get that mascara that Ella recommended.
For makeup.
Right. But then I'm going to see this skincare brand out here. And I'm going to go, well, it's so cheap. I'll just get it. And so then that goes into the pile that I bring to Ella, where it's like, okay, look at all this. But I'm just saying there is some kind of slippery slope there. I don't think that, and I think that all estheticians should be prepared for that. I'm not saying like start carrying makeup just so you don't send them anywhere, but I'm saying like, what's the story? Like, what are we saying?
I think that it's a combination of things. One, to some degree, the esthetician has to embrace this blurred line. And then two, like we say in every podcast, it's educating the client. So yeah, there are over-the-counter products that are doing it right. But when you compare to a professional line, how far does that over-the-counter product stretch in comparison to your price point? In my opinion, your professional line is more concentrated, more active, and when you're comparing price per price, yes, it's more expensive, but when you look at how long your professional line is going to last you, you're probably saving money purchasing from your esthetician.
And that actually does go into another aspect, and it might be a whole nother podcast, but the amount that you're using, right? I mean, that literally the quantity that you put on your face.
Yeah. The one line that we did not mention is oil of Olay. And Oil of Olay puts all of their money into research and into marketing. But if you look at the product itself, yeah, it has a lot of actives, but it's at the bottom of the ingredient deck. It's like 1%. So it may be the same product that you're purchasing from your esthetician in terms of active ingredients, but it is not the same product when you're talking about its ability to make change in your skin.
So you'd have to dump the bottle on your skin and hopefully bathe in it to get as much as in a professional product. Is that what we're saying?
I think that there are some brands, I think we need to go to these stores. I think you need to not shy away from, you need to not scoff at them when you're walking by them at a Target. You need to pick it up and you need to look at it, because I think there are some brands that are doing it right, but those still require professional guidance. And that's one point. The other point is that's one ingredient, one product, and that goes back to the system mindset that Maggie was talking about and that you talked about too, Tracy. And that is the thing, is that skincare is a system. It's a partnership between what they're doing at home, what you're doing as a professional. And so the professional is the overseer of all of that. And, it's a partnership of you and the client together. And so at some point, you can talk about weaning up or leveling up. So they might be able to afford the Ford Focus hyaluronic acid serum at this point. Great. At least they have a hyaluronic acid serum. Now let's get you on a higher quality retinol product or a higher quality peptide product. Let's use that money to get this peptide product. And then when we can, we're going to upgrade you to the Cadillac of hyaluronic acids, and that's the one I carry.
Okay, so I'm liking this. So I'm hearing, yes, you're telling everyone who's listening to this, here's your assignment. Go out there, get familiar, don't wear blinders, know what these other products are.
Yes, you get your Skin Pro app, head on out, check it out, figure it out. Take some pH strips. I bought pH strips too, and not all products will register that, but to be able to talk to that, not just flicking your nose at all of these, really looking and saying, there are brands that are doing it right, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be competition. It could be complementation, and how you incorporate it into what you can provide and what they cannot provide.
And then maybe that leaves room for being able to afford a more professional, higher grade product that's over here. And maybe you're getting a less expensive, reasonable, decent product for inexpensive because it's a cleanser,
A cleanser or any other thing that will free it up and level up. And that is a commitment. What you're doing when you say that is, we're in this for a while.
And together for a while. So you've already at that point booked 4 appointments out. Right? Because you're saying weaning onto that. And that's what made me feel better when I was like, oh my gosh. When I left, I had to reconcile. I actually called Maggie. I'm like, oh my gosh. Maggie, I am in my car right now having a breakdown.
We got to think about this. It's going to happen, because I bought a product and I took it home and I liked it.
Oh,
I liked it a lot. I did not want to like it, but I'm like, okay, how can I incorporate this with somebody? Where would this go? And so that's my advice.
Okay. I like it.
And the same for consumers who are listening in, is that you need to understand that just going willy-nilly, if you will, to the store and picking out all these products does not mean that it's going to turn out great.
Well, they're not working together. They're not a team.
You still need the advice of the professional. Team Yay Healthy Skin. Yeah.
Team Yay Healthy Skin. That's our next t-shirt. Make a note. Team Yay Healthy Skin.
And on that note, listeners, we really want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on big box beauty and their role in skincare? As a professional, how do you address these products in a professional setting? Let us know by reaching out on our social media platforms, especially Instagram and Facebook, or by emailing getconnected@ascp.com. We want to know all the details. In the meantime, thank you for listening to ASCP Esty Talk. For more information on this episode, or for ways to connect with Maggie or myself, or to learn more about ASCP, check out the show notes and stay tuned for the next episode of ASCP Esty Talk.
Thanks for joining us today. If you like what you hear and you want more, subscribe. If you want to belong to the only all-inclusive association for estheticians that includes professional liability insurance, education, industry insights, and an opportunity to spotlight your 6 skills, join at ascpskincare.com. Only $259 per year for all this goodness. ASCP knows it's all about you.